Hey guys, Nick here, and today we're going to talk about our science captains on the ground. I will demonstrate the build that I have been running as I press U and nothing happens. I'll be demonstrating the build that I currently am using and I really enjoy. In this, just as we do in the last few ground videos I've done, I'll just show it off in a Jupiter Station patrol on Elite, and I'll do it without my bridge officer helping me, or my singular bridge officer, because for some reason I beam down with one bridge officer. This captain has their bridge officers have no gear on them, so it's not like they're really going to help anyway. But yeah, just show off the build. So, guys, I'm going to run through real quick. So, the science build, I'm noticing as I'm playing it a lot more, it's a little bit more reliant on its cooldowns. So, see, like, yeah, everything's on cooldowns right now. I did just eviscerate that group on Elite, but I'd say like recommendation, like notice like you're a lot weaker compared to like attack and NG when your cooldowns are off because like you're unless they're standing in your like your science, your dots, your AOE's, like not as much. You're not going to be have as much damage going out comparatively to attack and a engineer who have mines and like a ball lightning buffed up that's going to sit there for 30 seconds and just kill everything. So you got to be a bit more mindful of where you place your cooldowns and like look, I'm like eviscerating everything. Everything's dying really quickly. But see how I'm going to just wait a second till like all my cooldowns are back, and then I'm going to run in. See, look, I'm just going to do this because you activate two sides. I'm just going to activate them. I'm going to run back, let them walk in. Just a little strategy here, guys. I'm gonna let them walk in very slowly, so they're a little closer together, and then I'm gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go Paradox Bomb, get everything pulled in, and drop the stuff in the same area. And it didn't quite work out the way I wanted to, but you get the idea. You know, like I'm trying to use my cooldowns together to grab the entire groups. Like, yeah, I'm gonna drop my control. Then I'm going to drop my AoEs. Same here again. Going to wait for our cooldowns to be back as I walk through something and it'll, just tick me for a little bit. So, almost have my cooldowns back. I'm just going to hit that because I can. We almost have our cooldowns back. Look, we're going to put everything in the middle. And everything's dead. See, I'm bad here, guys. I didn't actually wait for my cooldowns, but we should be fine. They're almost back. And everything's dead. And we're into... Ooh. The game's like, nah, you don't get to go into the transporter room. It's not allowed. Alright. So, guys, Janeway's about to say bye-bye. We're about to do the same to this patrol. As soon as these guys beam in, I'm going to do the same. Paradox Bomb. We're going to drop everything right in the middle of it. And watch everything just go bye-bye. Alright, guys, we're going to say bye-bye to this not this TFO, this patrol, because if you've done this, you know what the last phase looks like. You kill things in the middle, you kill Janeway, and we move on. But I just want to show it off, you know, until that point. I like the old Janeway saying bye-bye, so we do the same. We say bye-bye. Alright, guys, to the build. So, as I'm sitting at DS9 by the Doctor, we have our Paradox Bomb. Paradox Bomb is from the Temporal Operative Dilithium store if you have 27 points in Temporal Operative. So Temporal Operative. Temporal Operative. I should really slow down. I can hear myself speaking like 100 words a minute. Like, la 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 la. I have a bit of some of that. So, Paradox Bomb is after 4 seconds, or 4 or 5 seconds, during the first 4 seconds, minus 10 pull to foes within 20 meters. So that's a AoE. So you put it down on one target, and it's trying to pull everything into one spot, because sciences are all about the AoE. There's no like single target like bubble hits coming in. You're all about AoE damage. So you want everything in your AoE field. So we pull them in with Paradox Bomb, and basically we just nuke them. Exothermic induction field. So I'll read through my kit modules. we have our Mud's Time Device from Discovery Legends Reputation. So Discovery Legends, you see I'm being a bit lazy. I don't have enough marks on this character to build up my Burnham CQC, which I'll probably do tomorrow on stream. We have our exothermic induction field. This is from I think it's our research lab. I'm looking at the wiki right now. We have our fleet research lab, and it doesn't say what tier it's unlocked, but fleet research lab guys for this one, for our exothermic induction field. Our harmonic resonance device is from the Infinity lockbox, so up on the exchange. Just go check the current price of that. I don't think it should be too much. I should be standing at the exchange anyway, but we'll go and check the price real quick. So guys, harmonic harmonic resonance device, 500,000, 440,000, 490 is plenty up, and then they, a million, but for an AoE kit module, yeah, it's not much. Anti-time entanglement field. This is from our temporal defense initiative reputation, and it's our anti-time entanglement field. Level 60 anti-time entanglement field, or could be 65. And last but not least, we have our cold fusion flash, which is from, again, the Infinity lockbox. So to our exchange, cold fusion flash, and then our kit module, cold fusion flash, 3 million, and pretty quickly it'll be 4. So if a few of you come up and buy this, it'll be 4 million and then up. And next up to our gear, our rising kit module. So this is for mainly is for the 127.5 kit performance, because on ground kit performance is your main stat. That's your scaling modifier. Unlike like space, where it's like energy weapon damage, EPG, exotic particle generators. On ground, here's your kit performance. So kit performance is your main scaling stat for the ground, and then crit chance, crit severity just helps, how much you crit, how hard you crit for, and so on. Next up, we have our Burnham's CQC armor. For its 10% crit chance, it's 40% severity, and it's 15% physical damage. I should have the Burnham's CQC EV suit, but I'm being a little lazy. I haven't gone and got it yet. Next up, we have our Nakul Temporal Operative Shield and our Nakul Temporal Operative Assault. This is from the mission in the Future Proof arc, the Temporal Front. Nakul Shield, Nakul Weapon, guys, and that is for the 2-piece. The 2-piece is 2% crit chance and 30% severity. They're from just time and time again of running ground combat content, and trialing different combinations. This is the combination. Like, you might be able to get a little bit more damage, maybe like the Romulan 2-piece. Romulan is Imperial, or it's from the mission when you crouch, but I forget to crouch, so it's like if you remember how to play, which I forget sometimes. So I rock Nakul Shield, Nakul Weapon, and Burnham's armor almost every single time, and I think almost every single other high-end player does too, because the interaction for trying to crouch to get that extra damage is just a bit too much. Sorry guys, I probably shouldn't do that while I'm recording, but my voice is getting a little dry, so I just need it. Alright, next up we have our Shax Cannon, or our Portable Phaser Cannon Special Issue. This is from a Lobby store. It's with ground, there's like a rule of thumb. If you're going to use a weapon, it's got to have a high firing rate, decent hit like volume. So like what I mean by that is like it needs to hit hard, but it doesn't need to hit like for 50k like some like the Boolean cannon, but has a really slow recharge. You need it to hit hard, but you need to be able to move on quickly. So the Shax Cannon does that nicely. And to our devices, the most important one here is our gambling device. So this is for 10% crit chance, 10% severity, and this is from the Lobby store or the exchange. And as we can see here, I have the buff You Win, which is giving me 10% increased crit chance. And I pair these with the Targs, because who doesn't like having a pair of Targs out constantly? And as well, which I'll mention later on, Large kit over boosters for the 37.5 crit kit performance and the chance of, not the chance, but instantly reduces kit module recharge times by 37.5, affects all non-weapon abilities. And I pair this with a duty officer, a biochemist, to half the cooldown of these. So these are off every, I think it's 10 seconds. Yep, every 10 seconds. That's giving me 37% back on my kit modules. So that and Mud's time device over here, we're getting 50 seconds improve recharge time on our kit modules every couple of seconds. So next up to our skills, I'm running Temporal Operative and Commando Secondary. So Temporal Operative primary, Commando Secondary for its said benefits. So the Temporal Operative is for the plus 50 kit performance, so our scaling, and the plus 10% recharge time, or the plus 20% recharge time to kit module abilities, and the same can be said about Commando, plus 20% cooldown reduction for all your kit modules. So, like I was mentioning before, science is quite heavy on the, making sure you use your kit module cooldowns well. Being able to cool them down even faster is quite nice. Alright, to our traits. First up, we have Upgraded Gear. Upgraded Gear is 2.5 kit performance on defeating a foe, stacking up to 50 times. So, on, was it 20 kills, you'll have plus 50 kit performance until you leave that map or defeated, so until you're killed. So, longer film content, that's quite good. Say you're doing like Nukara Transdimensional Tactics. Maybe not quite as good because you might not get as many kills. You might get enough by the last phase, but I say that's a shorter form content. But say on a longer form content like a Colony Sim or like our new ground event, so the Parvo Dissension on ground, that's longer form. You might have enough there, or you would have enough there. So that, you gotta upgrade a gears, a situational. You gotta make sure you're gonna get enough out of it, or you may as well just run like Terran Vision, so you're getting a consistent buff. Next up, we have Shadow of the Black Mountain. Just to mention this one, this is a lobby trait, so it's quite expensive for the ground comparatively to everything else. Yeah, so it's this one you can definitely just go if you don't have the budget for it. You can just use like your standard creative for the plus 30 kit performance. But Shadow of the Black Mountain is 30 kit performance per teammate who are using it. So if you have 5 teammates using it, you get 150 kit performance. So it's quite valuable if you have 5 teammates using it. Same with Hive Mind. Hive Mind is plus 2% bonus all damage per teammate in 20 meters, doubled if a teammate is also using Hive Mind. So same again, the more people using Hive Mind, the better off we all are, because the more damage we'll be getting. Next up, Serenity. So Serenity is just a little plus 15k performance, kit performance, and plus 15 health regen. This is here just because there's not much else in the sense of we just want more kit performance because that's our stat. Ground is wants kit performance, crit chance, and crit severity. So then we would prefer the base stat of plus 15 kit performance over most other things. Next up, another lobby trait. Space Explorer is a great gig. Space Explorer is a great gig is kit performance equal to 20% of kit readiness. So the more kit readiness you have, the more kit performance you get from this. So you see here, I'm getting 20% of my kit readiness, which is plus 37, and we're getting plus 35 kit readiness from just the standard part of this trait. Next up, we have Vicious. For every 6 seconds in combat, maximum 5, we get plus 1.5 all damage, bonus all damage. That'll be plus 7.5 bonus all damage when fully stacked, and plus 30 crit severity. So very nice trait when you're constantly in combat. Next up, we have Field Technician. So as I was mentioning before, Science seems very heavily reliant on its kit module cooldowns, because unlike the tax and the tax and the engineers, sorry, you don't have too much like moving around, or it's not like you one shot have you have mines to one shot or ball lightning to one shot, and then you have like an ambush proc on a gravitational containment unit. You don't have that quite there. You do have incredible like spike potential, but then you have a little bit longer on the cooldown. So more cooldown, the kit readiness to keep everything cooled down nicely is very nice. Next up, we have Field Researcher. 25% bonus all damage versus targets affected by control or debuff powers. So, control or debuff powers, I believe, is basically everything on this build. You know, endothermic, well, not endothermic, exothermic, cold fusion flash. See, it's a root, so it's a control. We have our harmonic resonance. I think our anti-time is controlling them with the run speed, and our paradox bomb is controlling them with its thing, with its pull, and our I'm trying to find it here. I think it's a one above. We have our debuffings, capped on ability. Our not it's not that one. Tricorder scan for -50 all damage resistance rating, so that's debuffing power. Next up, we have our Technophile. Technophile is plus 100 kit performance for 8 seconds, may occur once every 24 seconds. So you hit a kit module, you get a plus 100k per for 8 seconds. Agony Modulator. Agony Modulator is 45.3 physical damage per second for 10 seconds, ignoring shields on powers that confuse, disable, hold, placate, or root the target, and or reduce run speed. So almost everything on my build does something to in that list. So I'm adding more dots when using my control bridge office ability. So this is one I'm testing, but I feel like in that last one, where it's the first time I've run it, it did seem to add a nice little bit of damage. Anyway, guys, that is the build for today. I'll admit science is probably my weakest of the three captains, but this build works very nicely for me. If there are any science captain mains out there and have any little pointers, I'm all ears. But always, guys, honest mention, the growth on the channel. I'm getting a little nervous. Jeez, I haven't had that since about the first day. The growth on the channel has been incredible. I want to say thank you. We made YouTube Partner 2 nights ago. I got it in place last night. So YouTube Partner is active. That means YouTube memberships, super chats, super thanks, and super stickers are now in place. And we're so close to the goal of 1,000 subs. And for those who know, and those who don't, that will mean as soon as I hit 1,000 subs, we'll be doing a key opening with 1,000 lockbox keys on the live server on my next live stream, which will probably be that next weekend. I'm trying to organize a little surprise for that. We're definitely giving those ships away. Not ships, ship. So the first ship that I win on that key opening will be given away. So if I win 1 ship, I'll be giving that 1 ship away. If I win 3, I'll still be giving that 1 away. And we'll see what happens. We'll probably give away an Infinity ship, a Lobby ship, maybe a couple outfits, and maybe if we win some weapons or whatever happens on that stream, we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I want to say thank you, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.